Thanks for joining me for part 2 of my interview with the legend of radio and now of the not-for-profit space as CEO of MND, the all-round great guy Matt Tilley. If you missed part 1, I highly recommend you go back and listen to it, as Matt's experience and understanding of being the best version of yourself is simple yet insightful. In this episode, Matt talks about his incredible initiative of the Aussie dollar drop, why he made the change from radio, and what keeps him motivated. But we pick up here with Matt explaining the privilege he feels working for MND and his perception of success. So what's the best thing about this new space you're in? And you have only been there a year and a half now?
Yeah, coming up to that. Well, I like doing things differently.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, taking things that people have always done and going, what about if we tried it this way? And then seeing, I guess, the joy people get from taking a risk and going, oh my God, that worked.
Yeah, awesome.
And so, it's a different caliber person who's attracted to the not-for-profit space, and it brings all different types, but the special ones are really special. So that's a bit of a privilege to work with people like that. And in this role in particular, in your first year, your co-founder and board member just happens to get named Australian of the Year. So that brings a lot of sunshine to us. So what keeps me awake at night is I don't want to waste that opportunity. But it is exciting, to have the Governor General come to your lunches. And, just yesterday, Neil was in Parliament House getting a standing ovation from all the members there as the Prime Minister introduced him. So, but I feel a great weight of responsibility to go, well, let's not waste that. Other charities would dream of that sort of opportunity and exposure. Neil is a hard taskmaster because he takes it very serious and he's all in. And so I think legitimately has expectations that anyone else does as well. So, I find that intimidating, not because he's an intimidating guy, but because there's a weight of responsibility.
And has he got any attributes or anything that you go, oh, yes, I'm actually going to use that or take? Do you know what I mean? Like, are you?
Oh, I think everyone I come into contact with, from our board members to our team members to our, we've got all these, I'll call them young kids with PhDs and stuff who head up all our research and program sector and stuff. They're all pretty incredible because they've dedicated their life to someone else's problem.
Yeah.
Whereas, when I'm in radio, I kind of dedicated my life to me and having fun.
Entertaining. Yeah.
Well, I never thought of it as entertaining the masses. I was just like, this is a pretty fun job and, you get to do all this cool stuff.
Absolutely. And the more fun you had, the more fun everyone else had. So
yeah, but I also think that stuff I try and bring here, like MND is a hideous disease, but we've got a pretty good reputation for having some fun around it. And that to me is how you raise money. You connect with people on whatever level, and generally you can't sadden them into giving you money. People sort of have a higher expectation of value exchange, I reckon. Oh, I'm saying you can move them and be emotional, but I think if you just beat them over the head with this is pretty awful and you've got a pretty good life, so do something about it, doesn't work.
There you go. That's really interesting. So the best way is to try and bring them into something that they feel good about, like, I guess, the ice bath challenge and things like that. Is that what
totally.
you mean?
Yeah. Whether they can have some fun.
Yeah.
But also go, oh, well, that was cool. I enjoyed that. And I've got this feeling that I've helped out.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I love that. I hadn't even thought about that perspective.
Well, I think I sort of in my time at Food Bank, it was the same. It's like there is a lot of sadness around the work that we're doing.
Yeah.
But what we want to do is be in the business of commodifying, feeling good about helping.
Oh, awesome. And you also worked at Aussie Dollar Drop as well. Like, were they
well, that was my idea that someone challenged me to do once I'd finished in radio and was having a bit of a gap year. So I kind of founded it, started it, put together.
Oh, did you?
It was like an apprenticeship. After I'd done a diploma in not-for-profit governance, a friend of mine challenged me. She goes, you've always had this idea that if everyone gave $1 on one day, that'd be 25 million bucks. She goes, have a crack at it.
Huh. And how'd you go?
Well, I said, what do I do? She was like an exec at the NAB Bank and stuff, very smart, switched on woman, heavily involved in many charity boards. She goes, buy a laptop and start Googling. I'm like, can you give me some more clues? She goes, you'll work it out. Just that great, uncomfortable leadership role that she played, where she just challenged me and didn't give me the answers and didn't lay out too many breadcrumbs. And yeah, it was really uncomfortable and awkward thing. But, within a few months, I had the Labor Party and the Liberal Party agreeing to match each dollar that I raised. And
wow. How much did you raise?
well, it was a quick 8-week run up to the state elections. I think with the fund match, it was about 350, 400,000.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
So, yeah, but it wasn't the $1 off every person in Victoria that I dreamed of, but that's because we would have needed 5,000 people manning every election booth, doing 3 shifts. But interestingly enough, that also coincided with no one carrying money around anymore.
Yep, I was going to say, tap.
And more than half the population voting before the actual election day. Because I was like, what is that one moment where we all have to do something? Because that's where I'll grab the dollar off everyone. And I'm like, we've all got to vote. So after that, PwC tapped me on the shoulder and said, we're happy to do some modelling for you. This looks like it could be a thing. And they did. And it could have sort of got going nationally, but I think the tide coming the other way was, the way we carry money and the way we vote. Yeah. And we're not ready to have like 5,000 tap and go machines.
Yeah. Gosh, it's such a good idea. It's such a good idea, though. And if it just became kind of conditioned that on voting day you donate $1, how cool would that be?
Well, that was everyone. I don't want to talk myself up. I'm not really more. It's more the idea. But everybody was super engaged on the day. Like we had all these buckets that had been donated by Mitre 10, and people were like, "Oh, what a great idea!" And they'd like stuff $5 in there. So,
that's very cool.
Might try and reignite it in some other guys.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like it seems just, no one would think twice about giving $1. Like it's.
Well, that was my point. That again, it's that like value exchange principle where you go, I'm not really sacrificing much here, but I'm getting to feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, when you think about success, has that changed? What does that mean to you? And like, is that different now?
Well, I don't think about success. And I always think it's always someone else's qualification. And I look at people and go, they've been successful, they haven't. But I was at and it sounds trite because usually you get this sort of information from those books you buy at airports about the value of life and success and meaningfulness. And this guy was saying, and that we had some very sort of high-end donors at this lunch. And he said, I've just started thinking about this, but someone said to me the other day, when you die, you really will be judged by people as whether you're a good bloke or not. Like, no, when someone's like, oh, that's sad, he was a good bloke, they don't ever say, oh, that's sad, he earned quite a bit, or that's true. Sad, I hear he had 7 houses, or whatever. He goes, generally, the final reckoning is whether you're a good person or not. And there's your success quotient, but you never get to find out because I don't believe in the afterlife. So, and the other thing is, look, I don't really know what people think about me. You've said some lovely things. I know there's tangible measurements of ratings and stuff like that. But when I was in radio, it's no secret that there are more prickly characters in that world. The likes, I was coming up with the likes of Kyle Sandilands and stuff. And all I wanted to do was finish radio without a reputation. Yeah,
right. Yep.
In fact, I wanted people to just go, yeah, he was good fun to work with, or like he would push hard or this or that, but I didn't want to be an a-hole.
Yeah.
So that would be success for me, but you're going to have to go and survey about 5,000 people I worked with to know if I've been successful.
Well, I've got to say, Sammy Cab, as we've mentioned before, is one of the nicest guys I know, and he says about you, you are by far one of the nicest men he's ever known. So,
right, so it's just a mutual admiration.
There's 2 of us now, yeah.
No, well, it's more about my definition of success, not have I been successful.
No, exactly. And it is that old saying, it's not what you do for someone, but how you make them feel that they remember. So,
And, there's other ones like, is this place better than when I got here?
Yeah.
So at Fight MND, are we earning more money or are we set up better for the future than when I got here? Which comes back to another person from radio who gave me some sage advice, which is don't fuck it up. He'd say that just before the mics went on, usually.
Yep. Okay. Bit of fear in there just to keep it going. Right. Okay. Get that right. Yeah. No. Well, that's fair, and I think that's really really good advice or really good moral to live by. I kind of always think I want people to think of me as being kind. So I do the same, especially with the kids I work with. It's like
Yes.
understanding that sort of stuff.
Well, I think you've ticked that box. You've certainly, my 3 kids feel that way about you.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind by you too. I love this. This is good. No. So tell me, last question, Matt, unless I think of another one, but what advice would you give to someone who's sitting on a dream or something? And I know for you it's just been a lot of great luck, but also there's a lot of talent in there. But if they're not sure how to make it happen or what to do or how to go about it, what advice would you give them?
Ask someone. Just
Okay.
keep asking people. And I think that's, if I were, all this just be brave, be comfortable being uncomfortable, that I'm like, actually, generally people want to help.
Yeah.
People genuinely want to help. So if you go, look, I've got this dream, I don't know how to do it. And 6 people might go, oh, yeah, I don't either, but it sounds like a good idea. But some might go, you know what, that is a good idea. And I know someone who could go and have a coffee with this person. They might be able to point you in the right direction, or they might be able to help you get started, or they might, be able to help you shape your thoughts or whatever. But I just talk to people about it. That having this quiet dream that you're too scared to tell anyone about in case they laugh at you, that's never going to happen.
No, it's never going to come true, so you're never going to make it happen. What's next for you? Because, I mean, is this it? Are you going to keep
I wish you'd
staying
forgotten
here?
that question. I don't know. Someone else said that to me the other day, and I'm like, you've got to be careful answering that because it sounds like you want to get out of what you're doing right now.
Not at all, no.
Yeah, I don't know what's next for me. Maybe back in the creative space a bit more.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of CEO stuff that is just the grind. And I don't mean that in a negative sense, but you've just got to get that done and get that out.
I always think, sorry, go, Matt.
Making decisions on leave policies and things like that. Like I wouldn't say I was born to do that, but I'm happy doing it.
And look, I think for anyone who has a creative bent, I think you have to have an outlet somewhere. So hopefully, I mean, in the interim, you're finding that. And it sounds like you are by looking at creative ways to raise funds and approach things. But it's just, I think it's part of who we are. If you're creative, you've got to have an outlet. Yeah.
And I agree with you, but I always be careful about sounding like too much of a tosser. Like, I'm a creative, you're stifling me. There's so many different ways you can, if the word's not creative, it's like putting thought into something to make it more interesting and fun. So I can apply that to all staff meetings or how I send out an email or whatever. So there's still space for it.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, Matt, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Pleasure, Jules.
It's been great to talk to you.
Yeah, it's been unreal. Thank you. I love talking about myself.
Favorite topic? No, not at all. No, it's what you're doing is amazing in this MMD space, and just it's incredible. So it seems for most of your life you've brought joy to people in different capacities. So amazing.
Thank you. Depends who you ask, but I'll go with your wrap.
I hope you enjoyed that interview with Matt. I know I did. He is a very entertaining man. And thank you for joining me again. Make sure you hit follow on the show so you don't miss an episode. And please share this podcast with anyone you know who's chasing a dream or just wanting to be better at whatever it is they're doing. Until next time.